A quick vlog, yeah. It's the middle of the night, yeah. Just woke up. I had a busy day. And I was a bit tired during the day, so as soon as I got finished the day, pretty much pulled over and parked up and fell asleep. Woke up at this stupid time in the morning. So, yeah, a vlog about code, yeah? Like how it works, what it's, and the consequences of the code that's being used at the moment, yeah? Um, as I don't watch TV, I don't know, it could be something that's designed by the Beeb or something, I don't know. Or it could be the state code. A lot of the all the state departments use the code. All the state agencies that work, all the agencies that work with the state use the code, like highways and all that. They all use the code, mate. All code trained. Many vloggers now are code trained. You'll see them when they park back from lights around about. Yeah, when they pull back. Yeah, they're about 2 meters behind the line. That's usually because you have to go to London to actually watch how cyclists cycle. I think it's it could be some part of fours. I'm not really sure where the code is. I could care less really. Um, but here's how the code works. You could be working with a person now in your department, your wherever. Yeah, you could have been working with them for 20 years, 30 years. You could, oh, I know that so and so. Uh, we're best buddies, we're best mates. We've been working for 20, 30 years. It means absolutely nothing. Because if that person's phone pings on your phone a numerical sequence, that ping, that person's phone pinging on your phone tells you that you have to lay code around that person's vehicle, right? Which breaks the friendship, and that's as simple as it gets. There's people now. We're coming up towards Crimbo. And there's people now buying presents for their long-term friends that they've had for years and years and years and years. And they'll get together at Crimbo. But if that person's phone pings against your phone, either one of a few numbers, you will be laying code around that person's phone, around that person's car, around that person's seat in a party, or however it is. And that's as simple as it gets. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes to add someone's to people's. Everyone now will be living in fear of someone adding their details to a database that the stalking community will stalk. And that's why people don't carry phones. Not many people carry phones, because that way, if you don't carry phones, your phone can't ping against somebody else's phone in a numerical sequence. And that's what, and that's it. That's it. That's it. So, and once your phone pings on the stalking community's phone, uh yeah, and the horns, yeah, horns, one horn, two horns, three horns, and four horns, yeah, all that crap, all part of the code. Uh, but people now are living in fear because it takes only 4 minutes to add your details to the stalking database that they stalk, which will create loneliness faster than it's ever been created. Many people now are already recluses anyway. Um, it's when people harvest. And yesterday, it's funny actually. Yesterday, 2 days ago, a 5letter.com website address was bought, which, well, it is this code, right? Yeah, it's to do with this code. another website address to do with this code, which will be linked to the code, and people's details will be added to it. There's people now every day. I've not even picked up today's paper, but today's paper will contain people that have been affected by this code. But unlike the public sector and civil service are usually immune from any bully code or any stalking code because they have to use stalking to monitor people and they have to use bullying to say do it or we'll fine you. But this code they're not immune to. That's funny, I think it's hilarious. So it's been designed for their purposes effectively to make a safe zone. They themselves are not immune from this and it will reverse and it is reversing. Senior people within the public sector, civil service, MPs are being affected by this. You could have actually won your seat as MP for your town. If your phone pings against their phone, you've lost your seat, you lost your job. You could have a degree. You could have been training for a degree for 4 years, 3 years, 5 years for a degree. You could have 2 or 3 degrees. You could be the most senior person in a certain department or a certain industry. If your phone pings against their phone, they will make your life hell. You could be on holiday. You could be. Let's go on holiday. It's going to happen now. This coming year coming. People will be going on holiday. Oh yeah, I've spent about £1,000, £2,000 this holiday. If your phone pings, you could be abroad, yeah, on the Sun Lounger. If your phone pings against their phone in a numerical sequence, it means your details have been added to the database that they stalk. And you'll be in the bar in some foreign climb, some sunny climb somewhere on the Sun Lounger or whatever. Yeah, if your phone pings against their phone, you've had it, and the whole world will be living in fear of their phone pinging on the stalking database, and that creates a broken society. The code will implode, and the consequences, it doesn't look good. Because the whole world is living in fear that their phone will ping on somebody else's phone. And there's people going around now, and they're trying to go up to people, they park right up behind you, because they want to get your phone number. And they go for your number plate, through your phone, gives them your name, your details, which they add to the database, and it will either ping or it won't. And if it pings, they lay code around your vehicle forever and a day. You could be in the car park, you could be in a car park in the other side of the world. Your phone will ping against their phone and they lay code. You can't even go to the petrol station, pay for your petrol, come back, they've laid code around your vehicle while you're actually in the petrol station. You go to shopping, you come back, they've laid code around your vehicle. You go to the toilet at work, you come back, they've laid code around your workspace, on your desk, around your vehicle. You get booked to go somewhere as an agency driver. You turn up. You've not even been to see the person say hello, I'm here. No, your phone has pinged against theirs, and they've laid code all around your vehicle that you're going to be in that day. They lay code on the windscreen, so that you're taking this horrible, dreaded code, the dreaded lurgy, with you wherever you go. That's how sinister it is, and it will cost hundreds of thousands of lives. People just buckling under the pressure of the code being used by 2.3 billion people on Facebook. No, the human body wasn't designed to take that amount of stress and pressure. And that's why people are they're dying like flies. They can't take that pressure and they're being bullied by code. They're being bullied by code in the classroom. They're being bullied at the workplace. They're being bullied on the road via the horns. They're being bullied at roundabouts. So they got the horn. They can be, people are doing the little gestures. They'll be checking the time. Oh dear. They'll be this ear, left ear, right ear, and all that shite. Excuse the language. But they'll be doing the what other codes they do? Oh, the little chin code. Yeah, the little do the moustache. If you see these people, they're trolls. They're nothing worse than trolls. They're nothing more than trolls. And they've got social media accounts, and they just that's it. And they are. Oh, it's dangerous times in the community. Dangerous times. And you'll see RAC, AA, recovery trucks. Um, you'll see members of the highways at major intersections or county boundaries. If you see that, they are stalking or waiting for someone to come through. Oh, you'll see a recovery truck, RAC, AAC, with a car to put on that is not actually currently on the recovery truck. But when that person goes past them, they then put the broken down car on the truck, and that clears the zone and people going through the county. It is so sinister. The state is involved massively, but the state isn't immune from it. It's not like a law. It's not like, oh, we'll just patch that little loophole up with a nice couple of laws that we can actually introduce, which makes innocent people guilty. It's not like that. They themselves are not immune from this sinister code, which means you're going to get people, proper senior members of the like emergency services and all that, yeah, falling foul of this code, and there's nothing they can do about it. You could be. This is it. We're in party season now. We're a month. This next month is party season, and there'll be people that you think you may have worked with for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and you'll say, "Where's so and so? They're not here. They're not at the party." And those within the stalking or that are using the code will just say, no, "He's not welcome," or they're not welcome because their phone pings against yours, and they've been excluded from society. So all this inclusions and all that crap, rubbish, that's because the code excludes people from society. But the thing is, sometimes it can exclude them. And they will go on, oh, but I've been loyal to the code. The code doesn't care. It could care less. The code exists, and the code cannot be broken because the code needs to exist. But the problem is that more categories and sectors of industry can be added to the code. And I've said it before, there's no reason why journos, presenters, TV presenters, celebrities, they'll all be affected by this code and they can't go. They're already now saying this, they're being so heavily stalked they're buckling under the pressure of this code. It's not a very nice code. And whoever is affected by it carries the dreaded lurgy with them wherever they go. It's all over their car, it's over their windscreen, they can't do dash cams because the code is actually being put on there. There are some sinister people in society, and they ain't very nice. And they're part of the code. But they themselves are not immune from it, which means that all the you go out as mates for a night out, but if you're on your phone in a pub with your mates and your phone pings on their phone, one of you'll have an early night because they won't want to be with you. But then again, it may be them that pings on your phone. It takes 2 or 3 minutes to add their details to a database or their phone. Here's how it works. They'll say, "Can I have your number?" And they type your number into their, well, it could be either WhatsApp or whatever, or WhatsApp group or Facebook group or Instagram or another app. But they type your phone number into their app, and it tells them about you, and it will sit. And as soon as they do that, you'll never hear of them again because your phone will ping against their phone a numerical sequence. And if it's a certain sequence, especially a certain number, you'll never hear from them again because they will not want to know you. And that's it. And you could have known them for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. The code is so divisive, exclusive, it's a horrible bit of code. It will cause more deaths than cancer. And it will destroy people. The code will destroy people. So much so that they will refuse to use the code on principle because of they will have been affected by the code. And they're talking code. This is how sinister it gets. The code is talked as well. They're talking in code. So they can talk about you to people in the room that you're in the room with, about you, in front of your face. That's how sinister they are. But if that's the case and you're affected by it, remember, they are not immune from being affected by it too. What goes around, they themselves will at some point be subject to the code. And especially if they know the code, they won't be able to stop people talking about them in front of their face. And they will know the code that people are using, but it's being used against them. And that's the code! Oh joy. But it will destroy communities. And it's going around YouTube now. Ironically, two vloggers that use the code have put up videos. I'm not sure why, but they've both had to delete the videos. Now, whether that's them using the code or not, and that's the reason why, but two truck vloggers who uploaded videos, who both use the code, have deleted 2 videos. I'm not sure if that's the reason why or not. I'll have to look into it. But I don't watch certain people's videos now because they use the code. So yeah, just a bit of waffle about the code. But the code is, no one is immune from the code. It affects royalty. It affects billionaires. It affects everybody. And you can't buy your way out of the code. You can't buy your way out of being affected by the code. But it would actually, if they put certain categories in as well, as the category is designed to warn people against, there's no reason why they can't put a lot of different categories and that affects a lot of people laying the code. So those laying the code will be affected by the code. And it'll be that powerful. It's worse than any virus that we've ever had in society. And it will actually, yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I know I'm not. The only people that will benefit from this code is funeral directors, because the human body was not designed to take the pressure of the code. And that's it. And your phone, if someone asks you for your number, you haven't known them very long, do not give them your phone number, because it's that your phone number that they want in in their phone, which tells them about you, and they don't even know anything about you. But when they type your phone number in their phone, into like WhatsApp or whatever, yeah, they will know more about you than you know about yourself. So if you don't know someone very well, when they ask for your number, tell them to do one. You'll save yourself a lot of hassle that way. And that's the code. So when you hear ones on horns at roundabouts, they're trying to find out who else is actually part of it. And then you'll hear 2 or 3 different codes going on with the horns. Yeah, that's all part of the code. Then you'll see cars that almost like try to ram a car off the road. And you look at your dash cam, you'll see that. They're nudging a car, or attempted to nudge a car, but then they swerve back in. They're doing that, and they're doing that in front of the camera, in front of the CCTV that you can see, and they can see. But those that do the code, about 400 yards before they see the CCTV, that's when they're doing the chin and doing the moustache and doing the ear and all that rubbish, right? And they're checking the time and all that crap. They're doing it to the CCTV codes. They're doing it to the CCTV in the shops. That's where they're doing the code. You'll see them walking down the high street now. If you're in the high street now getting your presents for Christmas, you'll see them all doing it. They're doing it to the cameras, the CCTV camera network. That's where the code. They're doing it not to you. They're doing it about you, but they're communicating to the CCTV network, because the CCTV is linked. They're doing it to the traffic cameras, but they also tell you. It tells you how the traffic camera range. So you know what they tell you effectively by doing the code. They can tell you